Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of our Malicious Compliance. In today's episode, try to break your system. Okay. If you don't like it, you can leave. Alright then. The refund. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Try to break your system. Okay. Many years ago, I was unhappy in my job at a university and applied for a job doing the same thing at another prestigious UK institution. They ultimately turned me down as they felt they could get my skills cheaper elsewhere and already had my UK knowledge and experience within the university. Fine, these things happen. I felt it was a bit short-sighted but didn't dwell. Eventually, I moved on to another institution regardless. However, my group of similar type employees from across the UK got invited to the institution that turned me down to see their new self-service application that they had just finished developing. When we arrived, the guy in charge, who had taken the decision to not bring me on board, went on and on about how fantastic this new system was and how the testing was really thorough and everyone loved it. Don't get me wrong, it looks fantastic and flowed really well. He then used the words, "Go on, try to break it, we've tested it really thoroughly." Okay, I will. Now I know the technology they use to develop it inside out. There are search screens you use to find and open records, and a button you can use to return to the search screen and view a different record or search again. When building self-service functionality, you disable this button, obviously, so that students can only view their own records and your code does the search and open behind the scenes. I could see that they had disabled this button, not a problem. But I also knew of a bug in the technology. So, I sit down and log in as a test user and start working my way through the screens until I get to the section that collects the protected characteristics, disability, ethnicity, sexuality, etc., basically the stuff you collect and have to keep very private. I then pressed the key combination shortcut for Return to Search. Immediately I have the search functionality for this protected characteristic screen, and can search all records and view everyone's entries. So I find the presenter's test entry and call him over. His face turns white. This system is live. It's being used by students right now. While scrambling to get his mobile phone out, I continue to scroll through other search results and show that it works on the other screens in the application too. Eventually the guy that they hired instead of me shows up and says, "We disabled the button, I don't understand." It's a very well-known bug in the technology we use. You can't stop it working, but you can prevent the search results returning anything other than the records belonging to the person logged in. The presenter was absolutely furious, fuming that they'd have to shut down their new system until this issue was fixed, and they'd just gone live with massive, internal, fanfare. So, yeah, the university that wouldn't hire me because they could get the same skills cheaper ended up paying to borrow my time from my new employers to get me to clean up the mess the cheaper skills made. If you don't like it, you can leave. Alright then. This is my stepdad's story, not mine. Second hand, but English is my first language, so please nitpick my grammar. My dad works for an employee-owned civil construction company. They make water processing plants among other public utility buildings. Contracts can range from $10 to $50 million and more after expenses. They spend the vast majority of said budget on materials. Again, millions of dollars. One company they get parts from is their main supplier of pipes and plumbing doohickeys. They spend about a third of their budget with them, again specialty in water treatment plants. He has even received awards for being one of their top 5 customers. 2 years ago it was a fire hydrant cookie jar which he found hilarious. This particular job was on the East Coast in a state where my dad has yet to work. As such, he goes to the office personally to meet these people, on principle mind you. He's just that type of guy. He meets the staff, or most of them. What he didn't know was that one lady was out that day, her day off. Eventually the budget has been worked out and the structural base has been mostly completed. So my dad calls the suppliers to place his order. You know exactly who he gets, the one lady he didn't get to meet. So the conversation goes a bit like this. Dad, hello, this is Dad, I need to order some parts. Lady, of course, do you have an account with us? Dad, yes, this construction company. Lady types a bit, I'm sorry but I don't see an account for this construction company. Dad, yes, we do. Could you please check again? Lady, I'm afraid we don't have an account for this construction company. Now, it is important to note that, A. My dad takes no shit, and he knows she didn't recheck because he couldn't hear her rather loud keyboard typing, and B. To create an account requires a credit history check which can take 5 to 10 business days to get done. This company, my dad included, runs a tight ship, so this is entirely unacceptable. Dad, look, can I speak with owner? I met him yesterday and I would like to clear this up quickly. Lady, I'm afraid owner is unavailable right now. I could create an account for you if you'd like. Dad, look, I need to buy $70,000 of prep materials, and I need them by next week. Please try again to find our account. This construction company is one of your top clients, and if you ask me to create a new account I will go elsewhere. Lady, still not trying again, says, I apologize for the inconvenience. If you feel that you could get better service elsewhere then you are free to do so. My dad immediately hung up fuming. He had to take 2 more days and $10,000 more, but he got the parts on time. He then came into the office a week later, passed by the front desk and knocked on owner's door. Sir, you can't be back here. Wouldn't you know it was the lady from before? My dad just waited, and when owner opened the door, he greeted Dad like an old friend. After explaining the situation, the owner immediately called the lady in, calmly berated her and showed her exactly how to find this construction company in the future. My dad isn't someone to get people fired, better to humiliate them into competence. The owner then called corporate, who authorized a 10% discount on piping as an apology. This contract had a piping budget of $9 million, so that discount went straight to profits. As a stockholder, that goes to my dad's pockets as well. He's never had a problem before nor since. The refund. I have been ordering groceries from Walmart for the last year since I have been unable to get a caregiver and I have a compromised immune system. If you get a cold it kills me variety. I also have a broken back and a condition that makes me dislocate every bone when I move. I have transitioned into frozen dinners to not starve, and I can't just eat anything. My body is terrible at being alive. So I get food assistance, and the SNAP system of EBT uses a debit card style system. I have only had 2 orders without issues in the last year. Instead of the food I have ordered, things I received range from a plastic footlocker full of marshmallows to airborne allergens that put me in the hospital because instead of the egg, cheese, potato bowls someone went, this customer needs a ready-made cucumber salad. This is the same. It's so reliable a thing my neighbors wait for my texts listing their available free food options. This week it's pineapple mango juice. I am allergic to pineapple. I pretty quickly mastered the refund system. After the 3rd time, however, the system started making me call. Every single time. Then I was told, you need to open a dispute with your cardholder. Are you sure? I am only missing a $5 item. Yes. We no longer believe you're missing items. Me, I just sent you photographs of everything in the bags. You admit I didn't order those mushrooms. Why are you saying I lied? Too many returns. So I call up the EBT system and detail everything. I offer the photos of every single order. At this point I had 3 they were refusing refunds on. It just took 4 weeks for anyone to actually talk to me. I had been hung up on many times. EBT doesn't need my evidence. We get this all the time. I see partial refunds on 2 of these, so they'll automatically refund the whole order and our investigation team will look at the others. If they do need that evidence, we will call you. I woke up to full refunds for 6 orders because in investigation they decided that I should have those others too. So Walmart paid me back $800. Instead of $5. The best part is they're not making me call EBT to refund. They just do it now and I know I can have a nice meal on my birthday. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.